this point, thank you so much for joining me on Facebook Live. And you can call in on 619-900-5689. And Facebook Live, KBLK Radio. You can find us. And it's really nice talking about how we can inspire the next generation.
Yes.
And stay equal to people, so we can have equal lifestyles, right? Quality of life.
Right.
Health promotion, doing the same kind of activities, eating the same kind of food, having
nice.
the same kind of jobs, right?
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Come on, a real one San Diego, not this split San Diego we live in. We live in two different Americas, and it'd be nice for people to have equal opportunity. Maybe we wouldn't have people who felt that trafficking or being involved in the gang was even an option if there was equal opportunities and resources amongst the people. They say everybody has a choice, but if your choices are eating shit and eating garbage, I don't see a win either way. And those were the options that we had. Pick one.
Some people throw some good things in the trash.
and some people throw good things in the trash. Yeah.
They say what's somebody else's trash is somebody else's treasure.
Hey, sounds like my community. They thrown in the trash, but we're actually a treasure. Let's pick that out.
There you go.
Hey.
No, this is really a great community. I've formed some great friendships, and working at KBLK, it's a work in progress. We're working on a new website, right? Any day now.
Hey, everything takes time, right?
That's right.
Everything takes time.
So myself, I'm just about to be published. I write poetry. I'm writing an autobiography, and I would like to write like Health Through Continuum, doing integrated health.
Awesome. Do it.
Yeah.
Are you already in the process of doing that right now?
I'm pretty much almost finished. Like I was telling, I'm recently divorced.
Right.
And I told my ex-husband last night, Al, I had 6 books collated, right? around our round table. Well, he has so much OCD and stuff that where are my books right now? They're packed away somewhere. But luckily we have the iPhone.
Right.
We can take pictures of each page of stuff.
No excuses.
So what I do a lot of times, I love Facebook, by the way.
Me too.
And I just wish that my Facebook wasn't connected with my political, because I have a very interesting life. I'm very much a gypsy. So it's hard controlling myself politically, conservatively, when I'm, just a wild gypsy woman that loves life and like to take chances and stuff. So people don't understand that on Facebook. But I was trying to figure out how to separate that.
Yeah, just be you. Don't worry about how to figure out how to separate nothing about you. You be you.
The judgment though.
Oh, and that I also have 2 Facebooks. You need them because you don't necessarily need the same audience. Because I purposely, there's nothing fake about it. It's like when you were young and there was a certain way you talked in front of your grandma,
right, that
you didn't talk in front of your friends. You talk 2 totally different ways. Not that you were a different person. It's just different. You gotta know how to fit in, know how to deal with people differently.
Yes.
So yeah, there's 2 Facebook pages.
So like when I'm not wearing a white lab coat as nurse practitioner, I love to be free with my language and expression and dancing and this and that and the next. So just be myself. So what advice do you have for new authors coming up who want to publish, like myself, Tayardi? You're doing it through Amazon.com.
Right, 100%.
But Amazon is going to take some of your profits, right?
Yeah, but they're taking way less than a big time publisher would. So with Amazon, first we'll start. Amazon is the biggest bookstore in the world. So if you can already be at the biggest bookstore in the world, let me start there. This is a new age. You care less about having books inside of these local bookstores.
Right.
So still do it.
You need
but
social.
Still
social
do it.
media.
But Amazon is the entity. And Amazon, what they do is you as an author have a price to purchase your own book, which is at cost, printing cost, which is nothing. So basically, my book is almost 300 pages long. It's going to cost me $4 to purchase a book.
Oh, that's great.
You can't get that on demand. You don't have to, say you went through a traditional publisher and now you have to purchase books. I don't have to sit on 100 1,000 books that aren't selling or just sitting. I don't have room for. I got to get a storage for it. You can print. They print on demand, so you can order my book in Germany tomorrow, and it's gonna be to your house in 2 days with Amazon Prime. Hey, that's the bomb. So I definitely recommend. There's over a million self-published books a year. So it's more than that. And what I recommend to authors or new authors is don't start promoting your book when your book is done. You start working on building your platform and building who you are behind the book years before that actual book is done. Like my podcast, it came about because of 2 reasons. One, listening to Gary Vee, the genius on social media marketing, just marketing period. I love him, mentor. It just, the podcast is a platform that you're building for yourself, and so I started it for that, to promote the book coming out. That's why it's called Raised in Pimp City also. So I started for that, but really when I just took off with the podcast is in 2017. I had two of my really close friends, best friends, die within 60 days of each other. And so
gang related?
No, neither one was gang related. But so one was killed and one died of an overdose. And then in 1 year, and in 365 days, I lost my grandma, 2 of my best friends, and my cousin's son, my little cousin. And so that time period was painful. So I started giving that pain. I had an outlet. So we were already working on Paving Great Futures, but then it was like, go hard right now. So I went in with the podcast, really started writing the book. That's when a whole revision of the book happened, because at first, the first version of the book was like 3rd person, names changed, and then almost everybody that name was changed in the book was dead. By the time this book was done, people that were in the book with different names because they're alive are no longer living. So when you get the book, you'll see, and I sent you the pre-copy, you'll see obituaries in there. You'll see 2017 at least twice. Those are not just people I knew. These were like, when I say best friend, I mean I would share my boxes with you. Best friends, So this is a lot of pain in them pages, a lot of pain in me. I'm almost scared to slow down because I might have to mourn, and I don't want to even deal with that. So yeah, just new authors, build your platform now, start working on it, and then don't just everybody says I want to write a book. Do it. Yeah. I'm not. Do it, and take a little bit of time every day. Don't just backburner it. A little bit of time every day. Like in this process, I've wrote 2 more books that ain't out yet. I wrote 1 book on Facebook. Every morning when I woke up, I wrote for 30 minutes on a real story about how I got incarcerated. Had people following it, loving it. So every day, and 6 months later, I got a book done. Yeah. A little bit.
That's what I do every day also.
Cut the crap out your life. A lot of us got some hours we spend, you can turn power off. Yeah.
I type my notes in bed.
Whatever. Yeah. If you have the time. You're like, oh, time. You got the time. Cut some crap out your life. You got the time. Yeah. Yeah.
So who is Danica Taylor Lowe?
She's my homegirl. She was the inspiration behind this book. Really from her questioning, and she she's heavily involved in the anti-human sex trafficking movement, and my perspective was new to her, and had never heard this angle and this side, so she just had a lot of questions, and I'll say the bulk of the book is based off questions she had, and so those same questions she had, as I've gone through this, many other people have had these same questions. So I know now I'm answering the questions of people who may not know me or want to even contact me, but they'll have it. Because the important side is to get the answers out there so we can help save lives. So that's what she was a major inspiration behind this book.
Okay, very nice, great. So where do you go from here? Do you want to do? It looks like you. What do you want to do with your life from here?
I want to draw pictures. I want to color. I want to draw.
So you want some art therapy?
I just want to draw pictures. If I could do anything right now and get paid for it, I would just draw.
So are you an artist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I asked this question. So I have a boat.
Okay.
I bought a boat.
You want me to draw it for you?
Yes.
Okay, got you.
And we're going to be building new boats. But one of my physician friend, Dr. Mary Hine, Love her, love her. She's one of my supports in my life. She came on my boat and she said, "Oh my God, I love it. I have to come here and paint." So I said, "Mary, let's do it." Because a few years back I bought one of this kit from Costco, painting kit for one of my children. Nobody ever opened it. So it's still brand new, right? And several years later I said, "Oh, that's for me and my boat." So you know how things work out, right?
Right.
So we can do painting.
So I got an idea that just popped in my head. So the cover of this book is hand painted by one of my other best friends. So
Okay.
basically, out of 8 of us, my core group of friends, there's 4 of us alive still right now. He lived this life too.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him to express what I did in writing through his art. So the cover of the book he painted, and he's a painter. So maybe perhaps idea in my head we could do some kind of something on your boat.
Yeah.
Line painting, artwork.
My boat is there to have like business meetings too. You can have
How many
lunch
people can
and-
fit on there? We talking a yacht or what we talking about? Tugboat?
Well, it's a 35-foot yacht, right?
About 8? Okay, that sounds like an exclusive business
Yeah,
fee right there.
yeah.
Okay.
So so I was married to this doctor for 27 and a half years of my life. And we've known each other for 31 years. And he's controlled every area of my life. Every area of my life. And even buying this boat, which was a repossessed boat, he didn't want me to buy it. So now that newly divorced and he has all the money, I'd asked the judge for some money, to either buy something or, to get myself situated after the divorce. That wasn't granted. So he has all the money, so he has all the power. But this is the one thing I have in my name right now. It's registered, it's licensed, and it's not the optimal place to live. But guess what? That's mine. That's mine. I can drive there, and whenever I go to that marina, I go, "Wow, this is so beautiful. Why am I not there every day?" I go over there once a week. I'm supposed to go after the show today, but it's like I have a mental block. I'm still going back to my house, Rancho Penasquitos.
Mm-hmm.
I have an attachment issue.
Right.
I lived there half of my life, so it's hard saying goodbye to that.
That's where I got my start, Rancho Penasquitos.
Really?
As a kid, yep.
Oh.
Lived right there, went to Lost Penn Elementary.
Okay.
Carmel Mountain Road, the low-income apartments right there, right across the
Okay.
street from the school. I moved out of there at like 10 years old and moved to Spring Valley. Culture shock. Went from Rancho Penasquitos to the valley. Total difference.
Yeah, I really didn't like that neighborhood because I came from the beach. I had my own condominium in UTC before I got married. So I literally clipped my beautiful wings to get married and have children. So to be kicked out and flat on my butt right now, it's like my time to shine maybe. Because there was a parked car right there that wouldn't go anywhere.
Okay, so
He was just parked.
So this may not be a bad thing; it may be a blessing in disguise. And every setback is a setup for a come up. You know what I mean? So you got it. You're not done, obviously. So
Well, my
keep
business,
pushing.
La Jolla Integrative Health Charter Academy, I started 2010 in the village of La Jolla because my eldest son, who went to Mount Carmel High School, started acting out, started selling cannabis, got into the juvenile system, and that's what I was trying to prevent. I was trying to prevent my son from acting out. I was trying to prevent him from going down this route. When he ended up in juvenile system, I fell apart. But it helped motivate me politically. That's when I ran into the mayor in 2016. I said some things have to change. We have schools that's not meeting the needs of the community, the students. We're losing our youths. And we have the law that's not protecting us. And we have communities that are disengaged. It does take a village to raise children. It absolutely does.
100%.
And so my business is now a non-profit, La Jolla Integrative Health Charter Academy.
Congrats.
9 years in the making, thank you. Just me, but somebody just prevented me, which was the husband. Now, cannabis has been, slowly being introduced to San Diego. I could say, okay, 9 years, I could have gotten a big jump start.
What you mean slowly introduced to San Diego? I've been smoking weed since I was 12. I'm 38. Ain't nothing been slow about cannabis in San Diego ever.
Well, I guess
you know what the border is?
Yeah.
That way, 15-minute drive. There's nothing slow about San Diego in cannabis at all. So like that's one of the things that kill me. Like they're gonna legalize it and it's gonna be weed everywhere. I said it's been everywhere.
Well, I guess in my world.
Oh.
In my world.
No, Peter Skitters too. Every corner of San Diego has
promoted
been
it medically.
Medically,
yes.
Medically.
Now we support it. We want the insurance companies to pay for it.
Absolutely.
We want it
as they should.
We want to compound it. I want to be a part of the first cannabis lounge here in San Diego.
Absolutely, and I want to be your first customer.
Awesome. And shake on it again.
Hey, whoop. That would be. Hey, get there first, brother.
If I can change the whole world, I'll really make this place a better place.
I believe it. Yeah. So we're gonna give you all the power.
Thank you.
All right,
I receive
you got
it.
that. Now change the world. Hey, but the world changes starts with you. You know, so hey. And we got it. It's enough of us doing positive things. As before we came into the studio, there was a group of young men out there that were bright and brilliant and smiling, and that is the future right there. You know, and they say, well, 5% of the world rules the whole world, right? They're not recruiting. They don't need more people. They rule the whole world. You know what I mean? So we don't necessarily need to get everybody on board. We can change the world with us. Okay.
There's a lot of people wanting to change.
There's a lot.
Millennials, and we have to target the millennials. We have to encourage these youths that they can be leaders.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. That's what I do.
Pass the torch.
That is something I do. I inspire every boy or girl or housewife or anybody that you can do anything. You can go back to school. You can, junior college is so cheap. You can get your bachelor's at the junior college. I want to propose a PhD at junior college.
You can do anything. Like with that phone in your hand right there, you got access to every bit of knowledge you want. It's right there. The technology has killed excuses. Now make it happen.
So I wrote this morning about my show. Change begins with me. Let me love me so I can love you. Right?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say some more.
Yeah, I'm saying some more.
Go ahead.
Let me smile so we will smile together. Come share with me, we are one. All innately, universally, souls seeking love. Why facades? Our humanity, humility, courage to change. Yes, forgive and carry on. Let change begin with me. So let me love me so I can love you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because a lot of us struggle with loving ourselves, right? Because of what we've been through.
For real.
What we've been through, not having equal opportunities, or not having the right food, or the right environment, or the right support in our lives. So
Very true.
thank you so much for being a part of this show today.
My pleasure.
And I would love to work with you. I know you're involved a little bit in the cannabis industry.
Yes.
Because I've seen you at a couple of the, so we can share resources.
The organization that I'm blessed to be a part of, Paving Great Futures, is actually we ran the cannabis education program called CEO Cannabis Education Opportunity. We're pushing for the first social equity license here in Southeast 4th District. We also are pushing for a true social equity plan to come to the city of San Diego to really help restore and build communities. The community here, the impoverished communities, the ones that have been directly impacted by the war on drugs, and we refuse. This is the fight of our lives. We refuse to sit back and let the same system that incarcerated us and destroyed families to come now benefit off of it without paying back and rebuilding what they had a hand in destroying. So that's our part.
So let's find some land and let's plant some cannabis, because I'm on board.
So we're from seed to sale. We want to be involved from the
That's
rooter
right.
to the tutor.
So I have a lot of seeds.
Do you?
Yes.
Enough.
Well, no, not enough.
No. Okay. So definitely. But we're just organized. We want to be on point with this, and it's not It's not about, oh, let's get high this week. No. The revenue that's generated from cannabis, from medical cannabis, recreational cannabis, can be applied to youth services, to building our community, and so we
planting more trees. We need more trees. We need more trees for global warming.
We have the highest rate of asthma here in the inner city. We're trapped between 3 freeways with no trees.
Yeah, we need trees.
There's trees, but no trees. You know the difference. You live in Rancho Pansquitas. You see how green Rancho Pansquitas and Carmel Valley, Carmel Country is?
Yeah.
Green, trees, parks.
We need trees.
It's a whole different scenery. Yes.
So we can change it soon.
I'm gonna bring my book by when I hopefully this next week.
Okay.
Sign one for you. Okay?
Awesome.
Get to read it. Even though you got the pre-look, we want to get. I want that hard copy on your bookshelf in your library.
Thank you.
On the boat or in the mansion.
You're welcome on the boat. So
absolutely. We're gonna do a paint party.
Yes, absolutely.
So if I go, you go. That means we got 6 more guests we can invite. Let's do it. I'm doing my numbers here. We good.
Yeah. Well, it's a big boat on the outside too, right?
Yeah.
It's in the cabin inside can sleep like 6 to 8 people.
Oh, what's the total? Yeah, I thought it was like 8 total.
No, that's for the bottom to sleep. But all on deck and stuff.
That's the VIP lounge.
Yeah.
Only 6 people.
We need people to help fix the boat. We need people to help fix the boat. And I want to get sailing lessons to people of color and women and stuff to have healthy lifestyles. Yeah.
Do it.
So you can go out and sail.
Do it.
So we cannot drown in the ocean, right?
Do it.
So you can learn.
Okay. Ideas and execution. Execute. I want to see that. Make it happen. You can.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I also need some help. You know, it's just like having all these ideas and not having the proper help.
100%. Nothing great is done by oneself. You need a team. You need a team.
But it seems like a lot of people don't want to do the work, right? A lot of people don't have a vision.
A lot of people, you may be around, change your surroundings, because there are people out here that do want it. So you get in that position where it's not a lot of people that don't want to do it. That's just maybe the group you're around.
Yeah.
Get around like-minded people. Get around people that may have that vision and that motivation, who would love to know they had access to a boat. That person's out there that has that same mission you have that doesn't have a boat.
Yeah,
it's a puzzle.
Did you talk to Monica about cannabis in this neighborhood, in this community?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and she's on board. Because I've talked to her already about integrated health.
I mean, I forgot the name of the subcommittee, but they just voted for, unanimously for the social equity push for San Diego. So that says enough right there. Her and City Councilmember Chris Ward, it was a unanimous vote.
Maybe a group of us can go and see Monica and talk to her about really having partners invest in cannabis for this community. One of the guys I had on this show, I forgot his name, but he was the one who was teaching about cannabis education and stuff, and cannabis saved his life with cancer. And he was saying that the first cannabis dispensary owners in San Diego were Africans. Did you know that? Yeah. African Americans own the fullest cannabis industry here in San Diego.
Yeah.
Or did you guys
right
visit?
there on 45th Street.
Where is it now?
Right here, apartment B.
Got arrested and locked up.
Hey, it sure did. He got 3 strikes for priors, and now they spending life in jail with a 3rd strike being a cannabis charge. Ooh-wee.
It's, I tell
even though that's a false story, it's a real story for many people. Because of gang enhancements, sentence enhancements, other things, your cannabis charge, it wasn't just the cannabis charge. You just got struck out. There's people sitting in prison forever right now who got caught with some weed. Time for them, bring them home.
We want to change that.
Bring them
we
home.
want to decriminalize and
100%.
And also work on educating the prisoners and not locking them up.
Yep.
Changing the Department of Corrections.
Yeah, I mean, locking people up ain't worked for us so far. We got more people locked up and incarcerated in America than they have in the entire world. It has not worked. How long do you, as a business professional, how long do you keep doing something that's not working before you fix it?
Well, it's working for the
correct.
people making
correct.
profit.
Correct.
That's
it's
working.
working.
Who it's working for.
It's working for who it's working for, and
But
it's not the people.
It's devastating other people's lives,
It's devastating
families' lives.
continuing the cycle of death and incarceration for communities like mine.
And you never get over it.
No.
You never get over that treatment.
Time done. Hashtag time done.
They probably have prostitution in prison too.
Yes, for laundry. I'm sorry. No, it's not funny. Thank you for having me on your show, Gita.
It was fun. I'm looking for a good co-host, somebody to feed off sometime.
Yeah, put an ad out.
Hey, you had a radio show before, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Outside the box on KDLKradio.com. Sure did.
And you sing too.
No, I don't.
I thought I read that in your book. Somewhere.
You misread. You were sleeping.
I know I was.
That was when the pages you start dozing off on at 2 a.m. No.
I did read somewhere that you sing or have some kind of musical.
Sure didn't. if that's in my book, my editor slipped that in, and she was playing a practical joke on me. There ain't no singing coming from me.
Okay, that was probably my dream then.
It was.
Thinking, I
Yeah,
think
you
he
fell
could be a
asleep.
singer.
No.
But it sounds like you can sing
No.
when you just
Nah.
use a little tune there.
Nope.
How did you like having your radio show?
I loved it. It was awesome, and I definitely appreciate, KBLK even allowing us to have this platform to do this.
Yeah.
And they've been doing this for years. They're not funded like they should be. The youth that are coming in here and getting trained and getting services, learning about other opportunities. They're doing impeccable work right here for the community, and I appreciate it. Every time I wanted to come do that show again, it was never a hold on, wait, no.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Come on board.
Yeah. Shout out to Al. You know what I mean? Engineer with the steer. You know what I mean? Tayati Howard. Shots out. Yeah.
Okay, so thanks again for joining me. It was fun.
Absolutely.
The hour went by very fast.
It did.
Raising Pimp City, the book coming out like next week.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Amazon.com.
See, I had a deep version too.
Change with Gita every Saturday from 12 to 1. Let's talk about real changes. Let's change lives. Let's inspire our millennials to have purposeful lives, to be future leaders.
Teach them how to put that phone on vibrate. Hold on, picture time.
Teach them that real lives matter, not social media. Thank you, Al.
You're welcome.
All right.